Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its mission? To explore strange new worlds, to discover new life and new civilizations.
Demon World.
Though the Enterprise's primary mission is peaceful exploration, the galaxy holds many surprises. To be prepared,
Captain Patterson report.
The Republic is arming weapons.
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
Target analysis on. Target analysis off. Target analysis off.
Aye, sir.
Target analysis off.
Captain Patterson extends his congratulations, sir.
Lowering shields and disarming weapons.
Message coming in from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Jim, the Enterprise is ordered to travel to Pollux 5. The natives report that alien life forms have been attacking the settlers near a mine at Mount Idle. You are to report to the High Prelate of the colony. The settlers are members of the Acolytes of the Stars sect. The description of the attackers vary, but all say that the attackers resemble creatures from many Earth religions known as demons. Starfleet wants you to determine the nature of these creatures and to resolve the situation without bringing harm to the colonists.
I advise referring to the star map and setting up.
Orders are to proceed to the pulp.
I don't know how long she can take it, Captain.
We have arrived at Pollux 5.
Entering standard orbit.
Pollux 5 has recently emerged from an ice age, sir. It's spring at the moment, cool but tolerable. Sensors indicate previously documented flora and fauna. Nothing.
Message from High Prelate Robert Angevin, sir.
Welcome, Enterprise. The High Prelate awaits you. Please, beam down and meet with him.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
This is so much better, gentlefolk. We are honored at your presence and hope you...
I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. We have received word that alien life forms are creating problems at your mining facilities at Idle Mountain. Tell me more. Most High Prelate Angiven, I am honored to meet you. I consider it my divine duty to assist you in any possible way with the spawn of the been seeing ghosts and boogeymen, eh? I find that a little hard to believe. I'm Captain James T.
Certainly, Captain Kirk. Not aliens per se. We have encountered what we believe are demons at Idle Mountain. Creatures surely emerging from the very gates of hell. Our God would not test us thus without reason. So we believe your might and insight are our God's method to help us discover what is going on.
Aside from seeing demons, has any hard data been collected? Any evidence I could see? Demons, gates of hell, this is the 23rd century. Aside from seeing demons...
A skeptic would consider everything merely anecdotal or unproven. My people will gladly tell you their own stories, so you need not hear it secondhand through me.
What can you tell me about the mine itself? You're wasting the time of a starship capable of destroying this planet with campfire stories? No wonder you were dumped out here in the middle of nowhere. What can you tell me about
The area is exceptionally stable tectonically, and easy for our machinery to work in, praise God. We've mined for hafnium and a variety of useful trace elements. The deeper we dig, however, the more anomalous the variety of minerals seems to be. Our Ignatiate brother Stephen has his own theories about why this might be. Either way, the anomalies inspired Brother Canbury to conduct studies inside the mine. Thank you for your courtesy, Kirk. May you receive the guidance and protection of our God as you complete...
Captain, the flora on this planet is very interesting. I wonder how useful it may be for medicinal purposes.
Spock raises an eyebrow. Ensign Everts, who has never been this close to snow before in his life, gazes with childlike fascination at the Dr. Leonard McCoy, the finest doctor in Starfleet, wishes that he were on a warmer planet. High Prelate Angiven waits patiently for you to decide what you will do next.
I've never seen snow like this before. This is great.
You mean you've never built a snowman, Ensign?
I've never even thrown a snowball. Do you think anyone would mind?
Well...
Later, Ensign, we have work to do.
Of course, sir.
You look rather cold, Bones.
I'm not cold. I'm freezing. And that damn transporter just had to set me down in the middle of a snowdrift.
A centimeter of snow does not technically constitute a drift, Doctor.
And doctors say that patients complain too much.
Captain, demons and supernatural creatures are, almost by definition, illogical. Yet it is evident these people believe what they have seen. Barring illness or mass hysteria,
Ensign Everts cannot take his eyes off the sight of Mount Idle.
You'll understand if I don't stand up, I hope. I am not well.
The Tellarite appears completely at home surrounded by humans, but the wrinkling on his brow indicates a great... He is too busy consoling the wounded...
Jim, this man has suffered severe physical injuries to his head and arm. The wounds have been adequately cared for. However, he has developed a Nugarian infection. If not treated swiftly, the effects can be fatal. The infection can normally be treated with hypoditoxin, but there's none on the Enterprise.
I may be of some assistance. The Lorexian berry grows near the mouth of the cave. If I could acquire it, I would be able to synthesize the hypoditoxin from the berry.
the medical methods of these people seem primitive.
By our standards, yes. Here the acolytes prefer a
Save new game. You see a small explosion, and the Klingon's hand falls to the ground with a dull thud.
I guess they don't make Klingons like they used to, sir.
This is not a Klingon, Captain. Not a real one. It is an organic construct, an android-like robot. It looks like a Klingon, but the appearance is entirely superficial. This is not a Klingon, Captain.
Captain, we registered phaser fire and an unknown energy beam.
We're fine. Did you register any disruptor fire?
No, Captain. Why?
No, just an idea. Kirk out.
Fascinating. I begin to suspect that we have stumbled upon something that the colonists would never have uncovered.
What is it, Spock?
I wish to gather further data before making a definite conclusion, Captain.
You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain any... You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain any... You fail to obtain... You fail to... You fail to obtain any... You fail to obtain any... You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain... They look like Klingons. They look like Klingons.
Well, we've seen Klingons. Now all we need is a few Romulans.
Control your thoughts, Doctor. There is a high probability that something here is using our own memories against us.
I guess this isn't such a great planet after all.
Captain, I detect a recent avalanche approximately 6.2 kilometers away that occurred within the last 3 days.
Demons, Klingons, avalanches. What's next? The wicked...
That is not logical.
It wasn't supposed to be logical, you green-blooded Vulcan. Why does everything...
You have retrieved a sample.
We don't need any more berries.
Oh, I see you found the berries. Meet me in my lab. Welcome to my study. Feel free to look around. My medical and scientific equipment is surely not so sophisticated as you're accustomed.
A multi-purpose workspace with fine an old-fashioned computer. Assorted pieces of glass rest on An antiquated molecular synthesizer sits in a glass-fronted display of mineral specimens. The machine synthesizes a quantity of hypoditoxin.
We've got to get this to Brother Chubb as quickly as possible, Jim.
Thank you. You're most...
I am Brother Stephen, and
Why, Spock, you two should get along fine. He sounds just like you.
I would be equally honored to discuss medicine with you, Doctor, as science with your Vulcan associate. Let me continue. I believe our God made humans, aliens, and demons.
You tread close to unholy knowledge, Brother Stephen.
I appreciate your prayers, Brother Roberts. Captain, if you and your people go up the mountain, I hope afterward you will visit me in my study, which is next door. I'm too old to make the trek myself.
You fail to obtain any... You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain... They look like clean... They look like clean... They look like clean... You fail to obtain any... You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain... He looks at you with a puzzle.
Assume firing positions.
I think Dr. McCoy would be better suited to deal.
It was a near thing, but he'll live. I certainly see nothing there calling.
Oh, thank you, kind souls, for saving my life. Rest here for a little before returning to report this miracle to Prelate Angiven.
Sir, it may be dangerous. Let me try it. I think I was shocked, sir.
Fascinating. I'm registering low-intensity shielding unlike anything we've encountered before. That kept this door, and whatever is behind it, hidden from the ship's sensors, and... I failed to see the...
A pulsing red light is set in the structure above the door.
I recommend as thorough an analysis of this area.
Jim, the next time you need medical help on a snowball...
Bones.
I'll probably end up coming along.
No sign of demon?
Don't be too anxious, Ensign. We may want to talk with them.
Fascinating, Captain. This door is made of an unknown material. It is clearly built by an alien race we have no knowledge of.
Sir, it may be dangerous. That was definitely a mild...
You fail to obtain any... You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain any... You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain... You take the Klingons... The fit is perfect, but something seems to be shorting out.
I fail to see...
This looks like some of the hand security panel.
Mr. Spock, see what you can do about that hand.
This machinery is delicate, but I have managed to repair the circuitry.
The hand circuitry triggers a connection and the door...
I recommend as thorough... Logically, the machinery is sustaining some type of life in suspended animation.
I'm just a security...
It is an alien life support system, Captain, utilizing geothermal energy. It is still functioning. Wait. This control panel...
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
This alien construction takes readings of mental activity. It also activates manufacturing equipment related to security. It is an alien life support... This alien construction...
I never dreamed that Starfleet would be interested in my discoveries, Captain. You are interested in my little museum of curiosities?
Looks like a pile of junk if you ask me. Yes, tell us about these things. Where did you find all this? Looks like a pile. Yes, tell us about these.
I enjoy talking about. Shall I go into mineral specimen? True curiosities, nothing more. I think they're very. Shall I go into mineral specimen? Meteor. I believe this is evidence of the cataclysm which destroyed the moon of Pollux 5 eons past. I've constructed a theoretical model based on analysis of the planet's rings of what things might. Shall I go in minerals? Meteor, fossil shell, one of the oldest forms I've seen on this planet. Shall I go in minerals? Skull of a skull of a modern Silati, the largest creature native to this planet. Shall I go in minerals? Skull of a twist of metal. This chunk of rock is a greatly weathered example of a vanadium tungsten alloy, which shall I go in mineral specimen? Twist of metal. Or would you rather move on? Very well. I can't imagine.
This study represents a man with a keen mind, Captain. To judge by what I see, there is little which does not interest him.
This place looks real comfortable. A place to combine work, contemplation. The man's got an eye for the beauty of useful things, and for the
Nothing happens. You fit the key into the slot, but you cannot find a way to turn it. Nothing happens.
This control panel is a manual override for the alien life support equipment.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
This alien construction takes readings of mental activity. It also activates manufacturing.
Save new game.